As most of you guys know, I've managed to publish 2 books called Apple Black, Volume 1 and Volume 2, over 400 pages out right now, and Volume 3 is coming out really soon. In this video, we're going to be talking briefly about a new character coming in Volume 3, but for the most part, we're going to be coloring him with my Copic markers and having fun with that. But first, I've partnered up with Cacao Games to bring you guys this video and to check out Black Desert Online. It's an immersive sandbox-oriented action-packed MMORPG with one of the sickest open-world designs I've ever seen, accompanied with seamless gameplay, amazing combat systems, and killer graphics. Fluid, real-time action-based combat, open-world PvP, large-scale siege wars, and more. Beyond fighting enemies, there are life skills like fishing, deep crafting, housing, and economy systems to add to the immersive nature of the game, even naval warfare. There's also a sick character editor/creator system with 18 unique classes to choose from, each with their own style, skills, and ability. They just added a new Shy class this past June. Shy is the first character that focuses on support abilities and life skills. She excels at supporting other characters and has a cute vibe. She has this big giant boomerang as her main weapon and other weapons to protect herself and her allies. Her small size allows her to be fast when attacking and evading enemies, and she rides a donkey. Yep. So you guys can use my link in the description for a 7-day free trial of Black Desert Online today. Engagement helps more people see the video, so please don't forget the United States to smash that like button and subscribe button. Also hit that bell so stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. Leave comments if you have any questions at all. I started off with this illustration using Copic markers for my manga character here. Before I go into detail about who the character is, what I'm actually doing with the character, what he's like, and all that kind of talk, all those kinds of details, I like to talk about the process just a little bit. And so here, I'm starting off with the pencils, and eventually I'm going to jump from here to, say, Sakura Micron inking pens, and then my Pentel brush pens. Right now, I'm just using the pencils to map out what I'm going to do, and then go over it with ink. That afro, I think, really helps it pop, and it helps the iconography of the character and giving him a very recognizable look. With the guard or the ninja looking mouth mask thing, it's not something he would wear all the time, but in action it would be a common fashion choice. Now I'm going over the illustration with the ink. Again, I'm using Sakura Micron inking pens, and I think they work really well with Copic markers, and most alcohol-based markers. Doesn't have to be Copics. Doing some nice shading underneath his jaw. Like the 2 orbs on his mask. Again, those are things tied into my series. He's also wearing a cloak that's tied into my series, and I'll go into more detail about all those things, fashion-wise and design-wise, clothing-wise, when I go into more detail about who the character is. Have a nice afro thing going on here, pretty wayward afro. It's not just round. Here doing the hair, what I'm doing with the Pentel brush is just kind of like doing little dabs here and there, brushing over the parts that I want to be flat black, obviously, but trying to give the overall afro some volume with touches here and there, and leaving room for places that I'm going to go over with Copic markers to kind of emphasize that yes, the hair is dark, but against light it's a certain color. And the color I think I'm going for here is a very weird psychedelic purple. You will see what I mean. Doing a similar thing for the cloak, just to give it that extra look of clothing, volume, realistic feel of where the folds are going to be and where it's going to bend. I actually have a recent video on clothing that you guys can watch that I think will help you a great deal. Perfect. So once done over here, the goal is to color this character that debuts in Apple Black Volume 3 in the 3rd chapter of the volume. I kind of have a handle on the design, and I like the design, but I'm still playing around just a little bit with the color scheme. Now, luckily the character is currently wearing like a cloak, and if you are familiar with Apple Black, you have an idea of what a cloak is. It's not just the idea of, literal clothing. It symbolizes something within the series, and I'll explain further as we go on. But really, for now, especially just this illustration, I was just focused on the design of the cloak itself. Even though what's underneath will be revealed in Volume 3, here we're just playing around with the cloak itself, which is still fun and in some sense easier to a degree. The character's name is Obi, which is short for Obinna. It's really a Nigerian name, so it's derived from a Nigerian tribe, Igbo, and that's where the name comes from. And the character, like I said, debuts in Volume 3. And I've actually showed earlier version in older videos of mine, like really old videos where I was drawing hair in 20 ways. And I showed him kind of in a recent illustration showing the main characters of Apple Black. Because throughout the whole duration of Apple Black, there will be like 8 main key characters to watch out for that are really important to the story. Sano obviously being the main, but this illustration kind of showcases all 8 of them, but now I see you're only seeing 7, but Obi is actually in the illustration, like really far behind, and only a few people caught on that, and I just didn't want to shoehorn him in this illustration just yet, just because he hasn't truly had an introduction or a debut in the actual book, so I'm kind of saving that, and maybe in future illustrations I will include him. One could argue that, Opal also hasn't made like a full-on official debut, but she actually has, especially if you've been following Apple Black in the Saturday AM magazine. The magazine has already kind of published certain pages from Apple Black Volume 3, and in those pages, she debuts there. She's also in an exclusive Chapter 1.1 that I'm working on, so it kind of takes place between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. But because people are ahead in the series, I don't want them to have to go back. I still think the Chapter 1.1 is going to be very canon, but I'm writing it in such a way where you wouldn't need to go back. So if you missed it, you could miss it, but it'll be in your best interest to go back and read it. But it will be canon to a degree, but written in a safe way to where you don't 100% need to go back, because I will reference the chapter moving forward as well. And by reference, I just mean the events that I think that are important in canon that happen in Chapter 1.1 will be referenced in future, appropriately where needed. It was just a little tricky because going back and remastering Volume 1 and 2, I felt the need for an extra chapter in Volume 1 that I thought would just make the whole volume even better, and that's where 1.1 comes in. But I didn't want to write it in such a way where people who've already purchased it and supported me are left out. So Chapter 1.1 will be in Volume 1, but it'll be in a later edition, like a new edition of Volume 1. So Chapter 1.1 is the first place we actually see Opal if you're looking at the story from a very sequential standpoint. Now, Obi makes an appearance in it, but I wouldn't call it a full introduction, right? The same way you can find Opal in Chapter 1, like the actual Chapter 1, but it's not like a full character introduction. She's just in the background, especially in the remastered version. She's just in the background, so I don't consider that like a full-on introduction. Like even the other characters like Neon or Osamu aren't really introduced in Chapter 1, but they're there. Now, Obi here is, I'd say, about a year older than the rest of the cast, and that's because he has already kind of graduated from his guild. He's not from Black Bottom Island. He's kind of in Black Bottom Island currently for personal reasons. That's why he's making an appearance in the book for Volume 3. But it's kind of like a personal thing that I don't want to get into and to spoil things. I'll just kind of let the book go through that by itself. But he is essentially already graduated from the guild in his country, and all the Eden countries, if you follow the series, know that if you graduate from one of the guilds that teach sorcery and all that, if you graduate, you get a cloak and a badge, and you're recognized by the capital of Eden in Siren. He is from a different country than Black Bottom Island, but he is in Black Bottom Island currently on personal business, and he's kind of like snuck in a way, and that will be explained in Volume 3. As well as hinted at in Chapter 1.1. The rest of the cast is in the Guild for Young Sorcerers of Black Bottom Island, and they're in that graduating class to where when you graduate, you get a cloak and a badge, and those cloaks and badges symbolizes that you're an officer of Eden. I have a video, in fact, I have several videos that kind of talk about Apple Black, what it's about, and kind of like the world of Apple Black and how it operates to a degree, which I'll also link to for those who are interested in that and want to learn more. Those videos are a little old, and so maybe I might make updated versions of those videos, especially for the new subscribers of this channel, and that would be fun to do. But for now, if you just want to learn what it is, you can either purchase the book, or read the chapters, the current free chapters, they'll be linked in the description, or purchase volume 1 and 2 to prepare yourself for volume 3 if you want to get the gist so far. Again, without giving too much away, I'm not going to go into details of why he's around, why he's there in volume 3 right now. I will say though, his behavior is a little different from the others. Like I want it to be different. I want it to be a little interesting and unique in certain ways. So he at first would come across like very serious, but it's one of those things where yes, he'll be serious in like serious moments, but sometimes he'll be maybe a little too serious to where it's kind of crossing the line and becoming comical. And so he's one of those characters that's actually a funny character that doesn't know he's funny. He's like the only person that doesn't know he's funny. I wouldn't call him like comedic relief, similar to like Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think Drax has probably crossed the line to where he's like almost straight up comedic relief at some parts. But I just wouldn't put him at that line to where he's like literal about everything, or he is in some cases just straight up stupid some of the times. But I'd say that OB is kind of like that, but just not to that degree, but just the right amount. Now, with regards to the type of sorcery OB will be able to do, all I can say right now is going to be lightning based, right? That's what's going to be. Now, obviously, it's not going to be like willy-nilly controlling lightning, almost kind of like a Western superhero type deal where, oh, that's it. That's like the simple explanation of what their abilities are. They control lightning. That's not the case. Obviously, in Apple Black, it's going to be a little more technical than that. We're going to have to construct a system with what wand does he use and how does he draw electricity, what are the limits to his abilities, what are the weaknesses, and that way you can kind of plot out interesting stories even when you're doing action scenes and you just don't have something that's just bland and it's just straightforward, I throw thunder or lightning and boom 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 and that's it. You kind of want to have a system where you can have like smart strategies in battle and stuff like that. So all I can say right now is that it's going to be lightning based, but then once it's all said and done in volume 3, you'd be able to see how it works and how he uses his wand to summon lightning and do all those kind of things. There was a period a while back where I thought he'd be water based, but over time that changed. For those who are confused, wands in Apple Black are not the traditional idea of a wand like that you will see in like a Harry Potter or something like that. I have a video where I go into wands, but wands basically could be a bunch of things. Someone could have a wand that is, say, the lens in their spectacles, or a wand could be a microphone and maybe it's sound-based sorcery. A wand could be freaking gloves and maybe there's like something to do with power or strength, whatever the case may be. Like someone literally has a wand in the series that's a cigarette and he battles with smoke, so it's kind of like smoke sorcery. So it's pretty broad. And there are other things that can be seen as weapons in the series besides just wands, but I don't want to make this video too long. All you need to know is that his power right now in my head is lightning based, even though for a while I was thinking water, but I like maybe say like 2 years ago or something, or a year ago, I thought, I think I'd do better with lightning, especially after seeing what I'm doing with the character, like the character arc and like several chapters ahead and seeing what's going to happen. I just thought lightning maybe makes more sense. So that's it, guys. I really like how the character design came out, especially the hair. I like it. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment if you have any questions, engage with the video. All those things help a great deal. Share it if you feel there are people out there who'd be interested in it, and check out my other videos. Links to everything you could possibly need will be in the description, and hopefully you guys will be seeing more of Obi here. And subscribe, hit that bell so you stay notified. Follow me on Instagram, follow Saturday AM on Instagram. We're so close to hitting 10,000. Please help us cross that milestone. Again, don't forget, you can start playing Black Desert Online with the link in the description. Big shout out to my patrons who make this possible: Arrow, Ayosafo, Fado, Hackwolfin, Sarah, Tony, and more. So at Manga, and I am out here.